for more, we want to welcome now here in studio at 24 News senior Middle East correspondent Ariel Assaran and Mr. Hazem Al-Gabra, former senior advisor at the U.S. State Department. Well, gentlemen, I will leave you to it because I think that you two have something to sort out, right? There was a bet on the table. Ariel.
Oh, we're doing it on air. Great. Okay. Ariel, go ahead.
No, just I'm looking forward to the hummus meal here in Jaffa next time you
From
come
Abu
for a
Hassan.
visit.
Okay, fine. So I'll give you some background, Eli, and thank you for having me. This meeting was not on schedule. Even hours before it took place, it was not on schedule. There was a lot of pressure and let's call it a request from both the Turkish government or the Turkish president specifically and the Saudi Crown Prince to meet Ashar. The President Trump wanted to oblige the two. However, he ensured that the top line on the agenda would be peace and, of course, recognition, then peace with Israel. So it's good to see that Israel continues to have friends and is strongly supported in Washington by the president and his advisors. This was a good meeting. It was good for Israel. It's good for America. It's hopefully going to be good for the region. And I'll be very honest with you, it's only rational to have some irrational fears in the Middle East. It's a treacherous country or a treacherous region. Yeah. But it's good things may happen, and there's opportunity here. And I urge Israel to look at the opportunity. There may be opportunity for lasting peace. The elusive lasting peace.
So to that point exactly, Ariel Assaran, if we're talking about what could come out of this meeting, we must ponder. Abraham Accords expanded. Could that be the next phase?
Look, that is definitely the context in which this meeting took place, and also we know that President Trump urged Ashara to join the Abraham Accords once his country is straightened up. That's what Trump said. I think we need to look at the reality on the ground and to acknowledge that this isn't something that will happen in the next weeks or immediate months. There are still many changes and developments that need to happen on the ground in Syria in terms of also discourse between Jerusalem and Damascus. Those talks need to be elevated.
But you know,
right
the mere fact that we're able to say potential talks or communication line between Jerusalem and Damascus is something that we were not able to say until this morning.
Many Israelis and many Syrians didn't think they would see this in their lifetime. I will just note that I'm not trying to pour cold water on the excitement, but while all Syrians are happy with the announcement by Trump for the lifting of sanctions, which is a critical move for the nation-building process that is underway in Syria. I have been in communication with some of the Druze community in Syria, and they are a little apprehensive by this move because they expected, and what was presented, a list of American demands before this move would be announced, including the removal of foreign fighters from the ranks of the Syrian armed forces. That does not appear to have happened, and many of those foreign fighters were key elements in the violence against the Druze in recent weeks in the Damascus countryside, southern Syria. So while there's a lot of excitement for what this means for Syria moving forward,
hold your horses.
There is still some apprehension as to perhaps the free pass that Ashara's government is receiving.
Mr. Al-Gabra, how do you see the current state of affairs? How feasible is that, or still far-fetched dream?
I mean, the lifting of sanctions will take time. This is not going to be immediate. It's going to be a process. Also, it's important to recognize that the United States will play a management role here, while on the ground support will be done by the Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and obviously Turkey's main ally, Qatar. So we will see how it goes. We are hoping for the best, but everybody needs to prepare also for a scenario where things may not go so well. However, I think we're looking at a partnership on the ground that will get positive results. And Shara is in a tough spot. The economy needs to be rebooted. That also will not happen overnight.
Yeah.
And you will see as information on sanction relief comes out, the U.S. will maintain control. This is not going to be a fight and forget kind of mechanism. There'll be periodic reviews every 6 months. This is everybody's involved. Again, the Israel's and the minorities' interests will also be on our mind here in Washington.
Yeah, Mr. Al-Ghabra, very briefly, if you may. So when it comes to al-Shara himself, what is next after this big achievement when it comes to the Trump meeting? What is next for him?
I believe this is when the actual hard work begins. He will need to stabilize the economy. There are no more excuses why the economy is unstable. He needs to provide services, security, and he needs to also abide by what was agreed upon. It's going to be a tough time for Shara, but hopefully we'll see positive results, and hopefully we'll see peace between Israel and Syria.
Hazem Al-Ghabra, former senior advisor, U.S. State Department. Ariel Assaran, 24 News, a senior Middle East correspondent. Thank you, gentlemen, and may we all eat hummus in Damascus, in Washington, and in Jerusalem very, very soon. Thank you very much.
I like spicy.
Writing it down. Thank you, gentlemen, for this. We're taking a very short break, but when we get back, Iran, we haven't mentioned this.